Dear students, we will discuss service area approach today. Service area approach to rural lending. The service area approach, introduced in April 1989 for planned and orderly development of rural and semi-urban areas, was applicable to all scheduled commercial banks, including regional rural banks. Under service area approach, each bank branch in rural and semi-urban areas was designated to serve an area of 15 to 25 villages, and the branch was responsible for meeting the needs of bank credit of its service area. By late 80s, studies undertaken by RBI to assess the impact of bank credit in increasing production, productivity, and income level of the rural population revealed certain weakness in the system of dispensation of rural credit, which the rural lending of banks branches was observed and dispersed in a large number of villages and spread over a wide area, rendering supervisions difficult. Absence of effective local level planning taking into account the potential for development, poor availability of infrastructure and linkage, etc., were identified as the contributory factors. It was therefore felt necessary to adopt an approach of assigning specific service areas to the bank branches in rural and semi-urban areas, paving the way for service area approach to rural lending. Service area approach basically aimed at planned and orderly development of an identified command area, which would enable the branch to have development orientation and concentrate on productive lending, thereby contributing to the development of specific area assigned to it. The Union Finance Minister, in his budget speech for the year 1988-89, has also referred to the proposed dispensation under which each bank branch would have a designated service area in order to examine the operational aspects involved in the implementation of this approach. A committee under the chairmanship of Dr. P.D. Oza was set up by the Reserve Bank. On the basis of the recommendation of the committee, a decentralized planning policy was adopted and service area approach to rural lending was introduced with effect from April 1, 1989, involving 5 distinct stages in implementation. First, identification of the service area for each bank branch. Second, survey of the villages in the service area for assessing the potential for lending for different activities and identification of beneficiaries for assistance. Third, preparation of credit plans on an annual basis for the service area by each branch. Fourth, coordination between credit institutions on the one hand and field level development agencies on the other, on an ongoing basis for the effective implementation of credit plans. Fifth, a continuous system of monitoring and progress in the implementation of plans and individual schemes. The service area approach scheme was introduced in 1989, was reviewed in December 2004, as there are many criticisms that scheme consumes many restrictive provisions. In their view of it was decided to dispense with the restrictive provisions of the scheme, such as village need to contact specific bank branch for their credit needs. The following decision was taken by RBI, and accordingly banks were directed to follow the revised service area approach. As per revised service area approach guidelines, borrowers have to choice of approaching any branch for their credit requirements, and it was decided to dispense with the restrictive provisions of the scheme while retaining the positive features of service area approach such as credit planning and monitoring of the credit prevalence. Accordingly, under service area approach, the allocation of villages among the rural and semi-urban branches of banks were made not applicable for lending except under government-sponsored schemes. Thus, while the commercial banks and RRB are free to lend in any rural and semi-urban area, the borrower had the choice of approaching any branch for their credit requirement. The commercial bank or RRB are also free to lend any borrower to any rural and semi-urban area except under government-sponsored schemes, where scheme itself provides for obtaining of no dues certificate. Banks were further directed to dispense with the procedure of obtaining no dues certificates from other banks or financial institutions for all type of loan, including loans under government-sponsored scheme, except where scheme itself provides for obtaining the no duty certificate. What are the objectives of service area approach? The primary objective of service area approach was to increase productive lending and forge effective linkage between bank credit, production, productivity, and increase in income levels. The service area approach scheme was reviewed from time to time and appropriate changes were made in the scheme to make it more effective. And what are the functions of service area approach? The concept of service area approach related to providing rural credit to accomplish the task of providing credit to millions of farmers, particularly small farmers, rural artisans, weaker sections. The multi-agency approach was felt necessary. The provision of affordable financial service to the rural population has a prime component of development strategy for several decades. Governments, development agencies, and other donors have supported various agriculture or rural financial institutions to accelerate the rate of growth and alleviate poverty, especially in rural areas. Financing development in rural areas, where majority of the poor in developing countries lives, is one of the most pressing concerns of governments. The rural sector in developing will not only generate employment, income, and foreign exchange from agriculture and of farm rural activities, but also provides markets, labors, and raw materials inputs to manufacturing and other urban industries. Priority sector credit today lacks focus and rationality. Anti-poverty programs, provisions of financial service to the poor, and underprivileged got top priority. Further efforts are required to address the credit needs of the poor, like giving assistance by housing loans, educational loans, software including retail, trade, export, credit, food and agro processing, etc., by enhancing support to trading community. The above approach to rural lending was intended to bring about a major change in the quality and productivity of rural lending and forge effective linkage between bank credit, production, productivity, and increase in income level. The basic principles of service area approach was demarcation of service area and preparation of credit plans for systematic administration of credit in the assigned area. Under the service area approach, all rural and semi-urban branches of commercial banks and regional rural banks were allocated specific number of villages, about 15 to 25 villages, generally in geographical contiguous areas and proximity to the branch concerned. The credit need of which were to be taken care of by the respective service area branch. It was also to be ensured that the designated area of a bank branch was not intercepted by the designated area of another bank branch. The service area were allocated to the branches by a committee headed by the lead district officer of the Reserve Bank of India, with lead bank officer of the district and a representative of NABARD as a member. Thus we can say that service area approach mainly helps farmers or weaker sections of society to provide credit in a particular specific area so that their need can be fulfilled, and hope this approach definitely will work in the development of rural areas. Thank you.